Hey, hi friends, welcome to the B.ScIT M.ScIT question and answer series. Myself Guru, and today we are going to see the topic from B.ScIT question paper, that is explain in detail switch statement. This was the same question was asked in March 2010 for 6 marks. If you have any queries or any doubt regarding this session, you can mail me on gurumatrix2004@gmail.com. So let's begin the session now. So my friends, let's understand what is switch statement. So let me just open up my notepad here. What is switch statement? If you want to perform the different actions based on different condition, then we can use switch statements. Yes, switch statement is a condition statement. In simple word, it is a condition statement. It is a condition statement. Let me also tell you that in a single switch statement, or I can also say that in a switch statement body, we can have the different conditions. We can have the different n number of conditions. So if you want to perform an action in a single go, based on different conditions, let's say you are performing an action on based on different conditions, that condition might be a n number of condition, then it is best to use switch statements. Now let me just show you the syntax. It's pretty simple. Switch statement always begin with the switch keyword followed by open and close. In this open and close round braces, you can have a switch expression. An expression can be a integer type, an expression can be of string type. So now let me just write the let me just declare the variable here. Int number is equal to 1. This is a simple example. You need to open up the switch body. For that you need to use the curly braces here, open and close. Yes. So now I'm going to write the expression first, that is number. I'm going to pass the variable, that is number, here. Now that we have declared an expression here, a switch expression, so now we need to create a condition here. To write the condition here in the switch body, we have to use case keyword, case followed by the condition. Because here my expression is the integer type, so I will use the condition of integer type only. You can have a string type condition, you can have an integer type condition, so any condition you can have. So because I am comparing my expression, that is integer expression, so I will use a integer value. So let me just use let's say 0 followed by colon. Now here we need to write the case body. Case body, you can also say that if this case is true, let's say if this condition is true, then what action you want to perform. I just want to display a message here. So let me just display the message here as console.writeLine. let's say this is wrong number. This is my case body. Finally, break. To break the switch loop, to jump out of this switch body, we use this break statement. Because let's say if this case is true, I know this is false, but still if this case is true, then it will display this message and finally break the switch loop, or let's say switch body. It will jump out of the switch body. I have also said that we can have the number of condition statements in a single switch body. So let me just declare the another case here. Let me just copy this here. Let's say so let's say this is my another condition, that if this number is equal to 1, yes, this is right number. So as you can see, my friends, in a single body, or I can also say that in a single switch statement, I am using multiple conditions. Yes, you can have a number of conditions, but here I'm just showing you a multiple conditions. So let me just repeat this. I had declared a variable here and I had declared a value to this variable, that is 1. Now I have passed this number, integer number, to the switch expression. Okay, so I have written the two condition here, that is condition number 1, if my number is equal to 0, just display the message as this is a wrong number. If my number is equal to 1, yes, this is a right number, this is a right number. Finally breaks the loop. If any of the cases is true, then it automatically break the switch loop or switch body. It will come out of the switch body. So this is the syntax of the switch statement, or I can also say that this is a simple example of a switch statement. Now let's see a simple demonstration of switch statement in console application. So let me just open up my console application here. So to open up my console application, I am going to use Microsoft Visual Studio 2010. So my Microsoft Visual Studio 2010 is opening. Yes, it is open now. To create the console application project, I will go to my file from the top menu. I will say new, I will say project. As you can see, my friends, my language is Visual C# and my .NET framework is 4.0, and I have selected the console application, and here I am going to give a nice name here as demo on switch. Okay, so my console application has been creating. Yes, it has been created successfully with some libraries and with the class program which is there inside the namespace of demo switch, and a method body, that is main. So for time being, I have already coded, I'm just going to copy paste this line one by one. So first I'm going to display some message on console application, that is please type anyone. I am asking the user to type anyone, add if he wants to add, he wants to subtract, he wants to multiply, anything. I just want an input from an user. So I just return please type anyone followed by add, subtract, multiply, and that I am reading using the console.readline, and that value I am storing in my string calculation value, string variable, that is calculation. So let me just show you the output of this. As you can see, it is asking me to type anyone. I just displayed by using the console.writeline, please type anyone, add, subtract and multiply. If I type anything here, it is going to get readable by using console.readline, and that value I am storing in my calculation variable. So now let's go to the further line now. So once I got the type, means the user wants to add, let's say the user wants to add, then I am asking the two different numbers for addition, that is enter the first number, and that value I am storing in my num1. Enter the second number, and that value I am storing in my num2 variable by using console.readline. Console.readline helps you to get the value, helps you to get the user inputted value, whatever value the user has been inputted in the console app, that value you can read by using the console.readline. So let me just show you the output of this. Please type anyone here. I'm going to type add, enter the first number, let's say 20, enter the second number 10. Okay, now the main part, switch. So switch, So this is, as you can see my friends, in the switch expression I have used the calculation because I want to compare, add, subtract and multiply. So what I will do here, so my case is add. As you can see, my first condition is add. If this calculation value is equal to add, then this body is going to get executed till the breakpoint. Case add. So I'm adding the two values here, num1, num2. I'm just, that added value I'm just passing it to my answer variable here, which is of integer type, and I'm just displaying that output here. Output for addition is so and so. So let me have the different conditions in the same way like this. Let's say I have the three types here, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication. So here I will have the three cases here: subtract, sub, and this is multiplication. So subtraction is simple, just I'm going to use minus sign here. Subtraction, multiplication, here I'm going to use the multiple sign here. Yes, here we go friends, we have completed our coding part. Let me just explain you again. First what we did, we just displayed the message by using the console.writeLine, that is please type any one out of this, that is add or sub or multiplication, that is addition, subtraction or multiplication. We are taking that user inputted value by using the console.readline. Console.readline helps us to read the user inputted value. That value we can store in the string or in the integer, in any way we can store that value. So I am storing the user inputted value, that is a calculation variable. In a calculation variable I am just storing the value, and then after that I'm asking the two numbers here, that is I'm just printing the message here, please enter the first number, and I'm reading that value in my num1 variable. Here I have converted the value to my to the integer 16, that is 16-bit. Why? Because whenever the user types the value, that comes in the string format. So but we are assigning that value console.readline value, which comes in the string format, to the integer value. So we need to convert that value by using our conversion method, that is convert to .int16. So I'm just converting that value console.readline to the int16-bit, and then I'm just assigning to my num1 variable. Same way I did for the second number, I'm just reading the value and storing the value to my num2 variable. Finally I have declared another new variable, that is answer. Okay, then finally I have just declared a switch statement here, a switch body, expression, calculation, the calculation which comes from here, the console.writeLine, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication. If my condition is add, let's say user has typed add, that means this body of the case will get executed, that is num1 plus num2, the output will be the addition. If my condition is sub, if the user has typed sub, sub, then it will be a subtraction, and that value I'm just storing in my answer variable, and then I'm just displaying by using the console.writeLine. The same way I did for multiplication. So finally we have completed this project. Now let me just build this to ensure everything is perfect. Yes, build is succeeded. So now let me just run this program. So please type any one. So let's say I'm going to type multiplication, enter the first number, let's say 100, let me just say 10, enter the second number, let me say 10. So output for the multiplication is 100. Now let me show you again the demonstration. Now I'm going to type add. Let's say my number is 10, second number is 10, so output for the addition is 20. As you see, my friends, we have successfully demonstrated the switch statement. Means we have successfully executed, or you can also say that we have successfully performed an action based on different condition, because in this situation we got the three condition, that is addition, subtraction and multiplication. Based on the expression, based on the user inputted expression, that is calculation, we have performed an action here. So use the switch statement when you have the different condition, and when you want to perform an action based on different condition, then use switch statement. Now finally the important part, how to present this answer in your exams. So as per me, first you need to write a definition of a switch statement like this, followed by a simple, how the simple switch statement looks like, the way I have presented here, and explain about the different terms, like what is an expression, what is this cases means, like case means a condition statement, where this condition has been compared with the expression, and so and so. Finally the break, what do you mean by break, explain everything in detail. After that, finally show some simple example of a switch statement, a real-time example, like we did, like we just saw in our console application, like we did addition, subtraction, multiplication, by using the switch statement. The same way, the same code also you can present in your exam, or you can have your own code also, but this is the way you should write for 6 marks. First a simple definition, followed by how the switch statement looks like, explain everything in detail about the switch expression, the case, condition statement, how the condition has been compared with the expression, then a break, about break, write something about the break, and finally below a simple demonstration which we just saw. The same code also you can present it in your exam also, like we just saw how we executed the different condition, how we have performed an action based on different condition by using a switch statement. So this is how you should present your answer. So my friends, if you have any doubts or any queries, regarding this B.ScIT M.ScIT question and answer series, please do mail me on gurumatrix2004@gmail.com. Have a good day. Thank you.